Hi, this is Tara for HealingCrystals.com, and this is the astrology report for the week of May 18th through May, wait, I lost the date, I think it's the 24th. Yeah, I believe it's the 24th. So, Wednesday, Venus and Uranus are going to be in a transit that's going to beg you to step outside of your comfy routine. Distractions are going to be coming at you from all sides, and you could make your way past them. But why do you want to spend so much energy working against, so much of your effort working against the natural energy of the day? You need to allow yourself to get messy today. Dive in, let it happen. That's going to really work in your favor. Because if you try to fight against it, you're just going to get all stressed out, and it's really not going to work for you anyway. On Thursday, you've got Venus and Neptune. They're producing some energy that's going to encourage you to let your creativity and unique talents communicate for you, rather than your usual words and actions. You want to allow others to see who you are, and be open to seeing other people through their eyes. I don't know if that sounded quite right the way that I wanted it to sound. But basically what I'm trying to say is that you're going to be able to, this transit is going to enable you to see things in a different way. And sometimes you're not maybe able to understand somebody else and understand how they're viewing a situation. This transit will allow you to do that. And similarly, it's going to allow other people to see how you see the world. Okay? So it's a very creative, it's kind of a unique kind of a day, and it's definitely a good day to let other people know more about yourself. Then on Friday, Venus and Chiron are going to be working together, and they're producing some energy that's going to be focused on present and past relationships that haven't ended really well, or aren't really going very well. Really, this transit kind of brings up a lot of issues involving pain, disappointment, and abandonment. It's going to be easier to deal with these kinds of situations now, as you're able to face the truth and release the harm and see the benefit and let go of the stuff that isn't helping you any. One of the best and most important parts of this transit is that you're able to recognize that no one is perfect, including yourself, and you're okay with that. It's a very forgiving kind of a transit, and it comes at a really good time because on Saturday we have a full moon, and that's a perfect time to just let go of stuff. Why dwell on all that stuff that happened in the past or that's going on right now? Change what you can, let the rest of it go. Okay, and that's what this energy will help you do. But first you're going to have to deal with it, and that's not going to feel very comfortable. But you should know that if you face it, it is going to make you feel better. On Saturday, Mars and Pluto are in a semi-square, and that's going to amplify your frustrations and anxieties. It's going to feel as if everything is working against you. Remember that Mars is retrograde. So your reaction, your normal reaction when Mars gets all riled up is to fight your way through anything. But this time all that emotion, all that instinct is going to be internalized, because that's what happens when the planets go retrograde. Everything starts going inner. So instead of blaming others, you could be looking at yourself, and it could feel as if there's something that you are or are not doing that is creating a failure to progress. It's vital that you maintain your confidence. Recognize that this is all a perception, okay? You're not failing. Things may not be progressing as quickly or the way that you want them to, but they are progressing the way that they need to for your growth. Things are moving exactly as they are supposed to. Even if it appears slow, everything is fine. Don't let this transit bring you down. On Sunday, we've got another intense transit with Mars. This time it's in opposition with the Sun. And that's going to have you wondering what it is that you really want. That answer, it won't come easily under this influence. What will be easy is to see where your outer actions and your inner convictions are not in alignment. In other words, what's important to you is not what you are doing, you're not living the life that feels true to yourself. While you're going to be able to attain this kind of insight and understand where, things seem out of whack, it's going to be hard for you to figure out why that's happening or how to fix it. You want to use this energy to consider future plans. You don't want to do anything right now. Like I said, this is an intense transit, and Mars is retrograde. It's not a good time to be like doing anything crazy, because it's all going to backfire on you. Okay? The best thing that you can do: remain calm, remain centered, understand what isn't working, use this for the future. Just don't make any sudden changes, because they're going to be based out of anxiety instead of a desire to make your life better, and for to discover your mission, if you will, to start living your life more in tune with how you really want it to be. It's just not going to happen right now. What's going to happen right now is that you're going to recognize where that isn't happening, and you can feel frustrated that it's not happening. You don't know how to fix it, or you can say, okay, now I know something's not right. I'm going to figure out how to make it right. Now's just not the time. Okay, so those are your choices. I think you know what the best one to choose is. On Monday, Mercury isn't retrograde anymore. Hooray! So now you can start thinking about how you can work with the energy of Mercury and Taurus, because that's really a nice mix. Remember, you're not going to see immediate changes. You're still kind of in the, it takes a while for Mercury to start getting back up to speed, but things are going to start to progress. And actually, that slower pace works really well for this combination of Mercury and Taurus, because Taurus likes to take its time. That's what it really needs to work its magic. Taurus is not about sudden changes. Taurus is about kind of enjoying the benefits of what you have. It's going to help you to understand what is most important to you and commit to retaining those values in your life. And that's how you want to use that energy right now. Finally, Tuesday, spontaneous Mars is going to try to upset the stability that Venus works so hard to create and maintain among the things that we treasure. Remember, Venus is an earth sign. Venus is all about love and all the things that we care deeply about. And that includes our finances, our work, our friendships, our families, how our appearances, all that kind of stuff, all that material, all the material things that we just love so much. Venus rules those. So it's really about stability. That's the kind of thing that makes us feel, like we're on solid ground when we're surrounded by those things that mean something to us. And Mars comes along. They're going to be in an opposition. And Mars comes along and says, why do you want to be stable? Why do you want to just be happy with what you've got? What about all this cool stuff over here? Don't you want to go see what's going on over there? It's good. Okay, this energy can be really beneficial. It can create some excitement in your life. But, and again, you want to work with the changing energy, because you don't want to you don't want to block opportunities, because that's what this does. It brings opportunities for expansion. That's the lesson of an opposition. Oppositions, the energy can feel tense, because again, the planets are kind of battling against each other. But you've got the potential to bring it together and make it work in your favor. So in other words, you can have all of that stuff that makes you happy and stable, and still go out and get more stuff. That's what an opposition can teach you, and that's what this energy can do for you, especially when you've got important planets like Mars and Venus who are there, because Mars is very aggressive and excited, even though, remember, it's still retrograde, so all that kind of stuff, it's going to be like the feelings that you have and the thoughts that you have, that's okay. You can still enjoy all the material things that you have and be excited about trying something new and going out and seeking new opportunities for yourself. And that's definitely how you want to make this energy work for you. So here's the crystals that I'm going to be carrying with me this week. First of all, ruby and zoisite. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you self-control. Red jasper, because some grounding this week would be very helpful. You've got a very powerful full moon in Sagittarius. You've got Mercury changing course. You've got a lot of other kind of volatile energies that you're working with, and that's okay, because that's what we need right now. So red jasper can help you to set intentions that are grounded in reality, but they're based on your highest ideals. So that kind of brings you that mix. Like I think if you notice, we're talking about a lot of the differences between what you have and what you want, and you can work with this energy to bring all that kind of stuff in alignment. And finally, tangerine quartz, because that's going to be keeping you thinking and feeling positive and proactive. A lot of this week's energy could feel like it's holding you back, it's blocking you, it's slowing you down. It isn't. Everything is moving at exactly the pace that it should be. And that's what you have to remember, just so that you're feeling really good about yourself, and you're always coming at everything with a positive and a happy mindset. Don't forget to check out the weekly and daily horoscopes on healingcrystals.com and on our Facebook page, Crystal Talk. Have a happy, magical week.